Okay, it has been quite a while since I've done one of these movie reviews, so why don't we break in this first one back at this end of the year with something that's not under the Marvel banner. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I love Marvel movies. But right now we're going to be talking about Joker. Now I'm just going to talk about this really quickly, it's not going to be as spoilery, I'm not going to go through the entire plot. I just want to talk about some key things and talk about what I thought about it. Now, first and foremost, this movie is not under the DCEU. It does not fall into the same category as Batman v Superman, Shazam, Wonder Woman, all those. This is a character piece all on its own, and DC has really benefited from it. This movie being a complete character piece for one of Batman's greatest villains. Honestly, this movie is just great. Even before seeing it, my boss told me that he couldn't find anything wrong with it, and he never gives anything a 10 out of 10, and it's a 10 to him. This movie goes real deep into some mental illness stuff. Stuff that not a lot of people have been willing to talk about and are still going to be afraid to talk about it. But this movie kind of opens the door to it and shows that things are really serious, and I'm kind of here for it. We see Arthur Fleck, the main character who will become Joker by the end. We see him as this broken man who just is really down on his luck, living with his mother. Nothing is going right for him. Things start to look up in a couple of ways, but then they just get immediately crushed back down on top of him. And we see that his illness that makes him laugh whenever he's, I think, uncomfortable. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but Joaquin Phoenix said that he studied people who had that, and it shows how far he went for this to make realism a huge factor, which is great. And it's really weird in a way, because I feel really uncomfortable saying how much I really sympathize with the Joker. Batman's greatest archenemy and murderous psychopath. Feels really weird saying I sympathize with him a little bit. Ugh. But it's really cool, and you see at a couple of points that his imagination and his mind make up these scenarios that are so vivid that we, the audience, don't realize that they're not real until the story tells us that those situations were not real. Like his relationship with Zazie Beetz' character, that was all fake. Like it's shown him going out with her a couple of times, coming to his apartment and kissing her in full clown makeup. That's really weird. And just all of that. And then we see him in her apartment later, and she comes out just like, oh my god, wait, you're that Arthur guy, right? And then it shows that she was never there. He made all of that up. And there's a theory going around that really makes sense when you think about that. At the end of the movie, after everything's happened, he's back in an insane asylum. The theory is, did this movie even happen? Like, did this story really happen? Or is it something else? Because that's something a lot of people have been talking about. And they bring up the line from The Killing Joke. If he's going to have a past, he'd prefer it to be multiple choice. And I really like that, thinking that that's one of his multiple choices. Like, that's option B or something. I think one of my favorite things in the movie is after he's just done caring and just full on is the Joker now, after he dances down the stairs and goes on to this talk show with Robert De Niro's character, he just admits to the murders that are earlier on in the movie and just shows that he doesn't care and thinks that it's hilarious. And he tells this joke that I think is just so fitting. What do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? And Robert De Niro's talking over him, and he just keeps yelling, I'll tell you what you get what you fucking deserve. And he shoots Robert De Niro right in the head. And then that leads to him getting arrested and clown riots in the street and all that. It just shows that he really is now the clown prince of crime. And then in there also we get one of the clown rioters, I assume being Joe Chill, shoot Thomas and Martha Wayne, and we get the Batman origin. So I think that's really funny. Just in conclusion, Joker is a fantastic movie, and I'm so happy that we got to see it. I kind of feel bad for Jared Leto because he said he felt alienated after seeing it, and, you know, I'm not a big fan of Suicide Squad anymore. I really liked it when I first saw it, but now I've kind of just, like, on the meh spectrum for it. But, you know, with the faults that his Joker had, I don't really blame him. He did the best that he could, and they really screwed him over. But just, Joaquin Phoenix is better than his. There's no denying that. As for scoring for the Joker, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really great movie, and I would recommend that you guys all see it. So that's been another video from me, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to get back into these soon. I've been 01 Transfan, the number one, and I'll talk to you all next time. Take it easy, guys.